Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga. A pleasure to have you with me today. I hope you're doing well and you're ready for a great stretch and workout. Full body today, so make sure you've got some water handy. If you like to work with props, absolutely bring in your props. If you haven't already, if you would be so kind to subscribe, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, you guys. Let's get going. So we're going to find a seated position that feels good to you. That can be cross-legged. You can have your legs extended. You can open up your legs. You can be up on your knees. You can sit on a bolster. Any kind of seated position that feels good to you. And let's just give those shoulders a good roll up and back. To let those shoulders slide down and away and just let them settle down. Feel that length in your spine as you sit up tall. Get rid of the wiggles. Just shake it out and let yourself find that space, that uninterrupted space. Now, your mind is meant to be busy, my friends, so to quiet it can be challenging. Show yourself some grace, some patience. Let's turn the palms to face the sky. Drape the wrists over the knees. Just gently let your fingers soften. Find those big deep breaths in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, spread your fingers, open those palms and feel that stretch across the palm. As you exhale, gently bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Inhale, open the fingers, spread them wide. As you exhale, middle finger gently touches the thumb. Inhale, open, spread your fingers wide. I can tell I haven't done this one in a while because I can really feel that stretch. Exhaling and gently bringing your ring finger to touch your thumb. Inhale, open, spread your fingers wide. Oh, yes, feel that stretch. Open them up. And then as you exhale, bring your pinky to gently touch your thumb. One more time, inhale, spread those fingers wide. And as you exhale, gently bring all your fingertips to touch your thumb. And then just allow whatever fingers to fall away that feels natural to you. We are present without judgment or criticism. We move mindfully, thoughtfully, with kindness and love. We allow our practice to be whatever it's meant to be today. Let's gently open those eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, release those hands down by your sides. Feel that length in the spine as you sit up tall, and as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. As you exhale, roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. As we move today, we let that mind be clear. We're not worried about what's happening later. We're just present right here. Feeling all the feels of whatever's going on within us today, emotionally, mentally, physically. And we're going to let go of the stuff that doesn't serve us very well. Exhaling and bringing the chin back towards the chest. And then we roll it to the left ear over the left shoulder, just letting go of tension and tightness. The softness in your face, your eyes. As you exhale, bring the chin back towards the chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Bring the hands behind your head. Support the head with the hands and just gently lean it back into those hands. Let the elbows be wide. And just take some good deep breaths here. We inhale it up nice and tall, and then as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest, close the elbows around the ears, and just let your hands be heavy. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Release your hands, and let's walk it forward. Stretching out through the lower back, through the hips. Just letting your tummy and chest come to nestle down into your lap. Feeling a little tighter today. How are you? Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands forward just a little bit more and release back down. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands to the right to reach through those left fingertips and relax the weight of your head. We take that left arm up and over, opening the tummy and chest. You are welcome to stay up on that right palm or come down onto that right forearm. Just make sure that that left sit bone stays connected to the earth and you get that long stretch all the way down that left side. So you can be up as high as you need to be. Just feel that good stretch. Rolling that left shoulder back, lift your gaze towards the sky. Exhaling and releasing the tummy and chest back to the thigh. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center. Fingertips reach out as far as you can reach and release the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands to the left, reach through those right fingertips just as far as you can, and relax the weight of your head. Taking that right arm up and over, opening the tummy and chest, oh gosh. And coming down onto that forearm if that feels okay to you. If that right sit bone is pulled off the mat, come back up a little bit, plant it back down. Just feel that so good stretch all the way down that right side. Rolling that right shoulder back a little bit more to deepen that stretch, only if you need to. As you exhale, release the tummy and chest back down towards your thigh. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center and release the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips, big circle of those arms up and overhead, reach to the sky and release those hands down by your sides. Let's turn and come up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is nice and strong. We're going to inhale and extend. Left arm and right leg, lengthening and reaching through the fingertips and toes, lifting out of that right shoulder. Add a flex of that right foot, press through your heel. Breathe. We sweep the arm and leg out to the side if that feels okay to you, working to create a horizontal line. Strengthening the core. Working those hips, working the shoulders. Inhale back to your midline, releasing that left hand, crossing that right foot up and over the left leg, and we turn and take our gaze back towards those right toes. Just a nice stretch to that IT band down the outside of that right leg, through the rib cage and the waist. We bring our gaze back to center. We lift that right leg back to neutral and release it down. Center your weight, core strong. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, extend right arm and left leg, lifting out of that left shoulder, lengthening and reaching through the fingertips and toes. Core strong. Our bird dog or spinal balance. Adding a flex of that left foot, if you like, sweep the arm and leg out to the side, creating that horizontal line. Inhale it back to neutral, releasing that right hand, crossing that left leg up and over the right, and we turn and take our gaze back towards those left toes. You know how some days just feel way better than others? I'm having one of those days. It's pretty cool. My body obviously needs this. I hope yours is feeling the same way. We take our gaze back to center. We lift that left leg back to neutral and pull it back into tabletop. Let's sit it back to child's pose. You can open up those knees or you can keep them together. Arms extended out nice and long. Just find your breath. I want you to imagine an ocean wave. We're going to hollow the tummy and chest. We're going to slowly transition our weight forward to a modified plank, and then we're going to gently let those hips come down towards the ground as we lift our gaze towards the sky. As much or as little as feels right to you. Core is strong. We slowly lift those hips, hollowing the tummy and chest, pressing through the palms of the hands. And that wave crashes back towards the beach. Let's do that again. Inhale, hollow. Transitioning that weight. Feel that roll of the ocean. Slowly let those hips come towards the mat as you lift your gaze towards the sky. Again, core strong. Lifting that spine, hollowing the tummy and chest, and gently releasing back. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, hollow, roll it forward. And gently release those hips down towards the earth as you lift your gaze towards the sky. Core strong once again. That wave rolls back and gently settles down. Find your breath. Extending those arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Up to downward facing dog. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are shoulder width. I have people ask every now and again, how do you know how far apart your hands and your feet should be? If you come into a high plank, so just lower it down to nice and flat. Shoulders right over those fingertips. Breathe. As you exhale, lift your hips. And we shouldn't need to move those hands or those feet. In fact, let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling it to high plank. Shoulders right over those fingertips. Exhaling back to down dog. Let's do 1 more of those. Mobility through the shoulders, through those hips, and that nice stretch all the way down the back of the body. Coming back to your down dog, we're going to alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Head's heavy, face is soft. If you're not sure if you're holding tension in your neck, give your head a little shake, yes or no. And then just let it be heavy. Let's inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale at your heels. Gently sink. Taking a gaze between your hands, we walk the feet in to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Head's heavy, face is soft. My waterfall starts this morning, so nice. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on and then just gently sway side to side. Inhaling back to center, releasing your arms, and ever so slowly, roll it on up. With a big shoulder roll at the top, shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Lift your gaze towards the sky. Inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up, interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and as you exhale, now both arms go to the left. Inhaling it up nice and tall, and exhale, both arms go to the right. Inhaling it up nice and tall, pull the hands to heart center. We find a focal point out in front of us and shift our weight to our left foot, right big toe barely touching the earth. And just feel that left sole of the foot rooting into the earth. The stability in the ankle, the leg, the hip. Core is strong. We lift that right knee to 90 degrees and flex the foot. Let's cross that right foot above the left knee and open that right knee out to a figure 4. Find your breath. We begin to sit it back, a little or a lot. So you can stay tall. You don't have to sit. Find your breath. The deeper we sit, the more we ask of that supporting leg, and the deeper the stretch in that right hip. If you like, sweep the arms back to flight. Hinge forward just a bit more. Roll those shoulders back. Turn your palms towards the ground. Spread your fingers and reach. We bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. We lift the chest and begin to rise. Lifting that right knee to 90 degrees and gently place it down. Standing tall, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Reach your knuckles towards the ground. Lift your gaze towards the sky. Inhaling it up nice and tall. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Breathe. Soft bend in the knees so we're not hyperextending those knees, but feeling that great stretch down the backs of the legs. You can bend those knees even more if you need to. We can keep the hands resting where they are. If you happen to have a strap and tight shoulders, grab that strap. Let's roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. A little tuck of your chin, a little shake of your head. Letting go of tension in that neck. Now your palms might be touching, your palms might be apart, you might have that strap. All is good, whatever it is. Bringing the hands to the small of the back. Ever so slowly ragdolling your way up. At the top, release those arms with a big shoulder roll. And shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, bringing those hands to heart center. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left knee lifts, big toe just barely touching the earth. Feeling that stability, that strength in the sole of the foot, the ankles, the leg, the hip. Lifting that left knee to 90 and flex your foot. Let's cross that left foot above the right knee and roll that left knee open to a figure 4. Feels good to you, start to sit it back. Strengthening that right leg. Opening up that left hip. If the body says, hey, I'm not quite ready for this, back off a little bit. If you like, sweep the arms back to flight, hinge it forward, turn your palms towards the ground, spread those fingers and reach. Make sure you're breathing slow and steady. Make sure you're listening to your body, honoring what it's telling you. We slowly rise, bringing those hands behind the back. As we do, interlacing your fingers, standing tall, release that left foot. As you exhale, arch it back. Reach your knuckles towards the ground, gaze to the sky, open up that chest, feel that stretch through the belly. Inhaling it up nice and tall, core strong, hands remain behind the back, and slowly hinge it forward. All the way down. Again, soft bend in those knees, or more if you need it. If you like, roll those shoulders up and back, and lift your hands towards the sky. A little shake of your head. Just make sure you're letting go of that tension in the neck. Second one always feels better to me. Body's had a chance to be like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Slowly bring the hands to the small of the back, and we roll it on up. At the top, release those hands, big shoulder roll, and release the arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with your left foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee is off. Arms circle around and up overhead to our crescent lunge. Shoulders are soft. Inhale, straighten that front leg a bit. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Circle the arms forward, back of the hands pull towards the back of the mat. Arms in a nice low V, gaze to the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Purposeful intensity. Rotating palms to the sky. Finish your circle, big arms up and overhead. Exhale, flow forward, left hand to the inside of your right foot. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky, reach it up. Just as high as you can reach. Find your breath. Exhaling and slowly releasing that right hand down. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank, holding your plank, toes or knees. If you like, we're going to alternate pulling a knee in towards the elbow. Right knee, right elbow, and step it back. Left knee, left elbow, and step it back. Again, right, and back, and left, and back. One more time each side. Right, and step it back. Left, and step it back. Lift your hips to down dog. Find your breath, and alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Let's inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, giant step back with your right foot. Back knee to the mat if you like. Otherwise, knee stays off and arms circle overhead to our crescent lunge. Arms overhead, shoulders are soft. Breathe, sinking into that lunge. Strong, beautiful stretch. Circle the arms forward. Back of the hands pull towards the back of the mat. Open that chest. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Rotate palms to the sky. Finish your circle. Arms overhead. Exhale, flow forward. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Left arm extends to the sky. Reach it up. Just as high as you can reach. Extend out of that shoulder. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, hand on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend. Left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. We inhale it to high plank, holding your plank, toes or knees. If you like, a push-up. Doesn't have to be a gargantuan push-up. Again, can be a little push-up. You do you. Another. 2 more if you've got them in there. 1 more. Lift your hips to down dog. Nice work. Pressing through the palms of the hands, allowing those heels to sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And pull the hands to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Shift your weight to your heels. Core is strong, and let's slowly bend those knees. Lowering your bottom down as low as feels good to you. You can stop at any point. If it feels good to you, lower all the way down. We're going to keep those heels connected to the earth. You can extend those arms out if you like. Breathe. Now, can you lift your toes? So we don't want to be on our toes, right? Because we want to be able to lift them. So even if you're up, can you lift your toes? If you're down, can you lift your toes? Because we want to press through those heels and we want to rise. So keep the weight in the heels. Toes are lifted. Firing up those legs. Extend the arms overhead and arch it back. Breathe. Inhaling it back up. Weight is in the heels. Lower the arms to shoulder height and sink. Breathe. Once again, coming as low as feels right to you. Now we shift our weight forward. Come up onto the balls of the feet and pull the hands to heart center. As we shift that weight forward, we work to flatten out the thighs, knees pointing straight ahead. Core is strong. Begin to shift that weight back. Heels coming back down to the earth. Arms extend out to a T. We're going to do that again. Pull the hands in as you shift your weight forward, lowering those knees, flattening out those thighs. Find your breath. Slowly shifting your weight back, extending those arms. Weight in the heels, lift those toes, and again we rise. Lots of strength in those legs. You feel that? Yes, indeed. Extend those arms to the sky, arch it back. Inhaling it up tall, and exhale, swan dive. Nice job to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Hold your plank. Lengthen through the crown of the head. You can be on your knees or your toes. Lift out of those shoulders, and we're going to shift our weight forward and back. So as we rock forward and back through those toes, or if you're on your knees, you can still kind of do the same thing. So those hips will just come back a little bit and forward. We want to alleviate, we don't want to arch that back, so we want to keep that nice long spine. Just shifting that weight. Working the wrists, working the shoulders. One more time. Back to that plank and lift your hips. To down dog. Let's sway those hips side to side. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Hips, chest, and shoulders face the front. Back heel presses into the mat. Shoulders are soft. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Bending that right elbow, hand behind your head, left hand to the elbow, and gently press. Chin staying off the chest. Pelvis remains facing front. If you like, circle that left arm around and reach up. Can you find your fingertips? That's a great one. You can use a strap. Take it in that top hand, drop it down to the bottom hand. Lengthen and begin to hinge it forward. Breathe. Nice long diagonal line. Core is strong. And slowly we rise. Releasing your hands, extending right arm, and then the left. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Now you can release that right leg down, or you can keep it up, and we inhale it to high plank, leg up or down. One push up. And again. Release your foot, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Sway those hips side to side. Taking care of that lower back. Stretching down those IT bands. Just feels super good. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. Square in the pelvis. Chest and shoulders. Belly towards the front. Back heel presses into the mat. Breathe. Inhale. Straighten that front leg a little bit. Square those hips. Keep them square. And sink. Breathe. Again. Inhale. Straighten. And exhale, sink. Left elbow bends, hand behind your head, right hand to that left elbow, and gently press. Feels good to you, circle that right arm around, reach it up. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Again, drop that strap from that left arm down to the right hand, if you like. Lengthen through the crown of the head and let's hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. Breathe. And slowly we rise. Releasing your hands, extending left arm, and then the right. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. You're welcome to release that left leg down or keep it high. We inhale it to high plank. We've got 2 push-ups, slow and steady. You can be on your knee, or you can be up on those toes. Release your foot, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Adding a little tip of the pelvis, reaching your sit bone just a bit higher. Head heavy, soften your face. Let's inhale it to high plank. We pull that right foot up towards that right hand, about 2/3 of the way up. Toes are slightly turned out. We roll to the outside of that left foot and extend. Right arm to the sky. Reach it up. Find your breath. Slow it down. Now we're going to slowly lower those hips. That left hip down towards the earth, a little or a lot. You can sit all the way down, or if the body says, yeah, not quite today, and then lower that right arm straight out. Take your gaze to find the base of that right thumb. Spread your fingers and reach. Lift out of that left shoulder. And slowly begin to rise. We draw that right foot to the inside of the left leg. Take your time. Breathe. If you like, draw that foot in, reach down, take a hold of the foot, the outside of the ankle, the big toe, and work to extend your leg. Breathe. Find your breath. Just gently lower it down. Extending the leg, extending the arm, and release it down to plank. Lift your hips. Shift your weight to your right hand. Left hand crosses to the outside of that right leg. Take a hold anywhere you like. Find your breath. We release that left hand. And we inhale it to high plank. And we're going to pull that left foot up towards that left hand, about 2/3 or so on the way up. We roll to the outside of that right foot, rotating the body and extending. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up high as you can. Feel that stretch through that left hip. Deeper stretch as we lower that right hip towards the mat. A little or a lot. Again, lifting out of that right shoulder, we lower that left arm to shoulder height. Spread your fingers and reach. Breathe. Gazing down to find the base of that left thumb. We begin to rise, lifting that left arm to the sky. We transition that left foot to the inside of the right leg. Take your time. Challenging transition. We reach down with that left hand, pull in with that left foot, taking a hold wherever you like, and begin to extend the leg. Breathe. Bending the knee, releasing and extending left arm overhead, extending left leg, and release it down, slowly transitioning back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left hand, right hand crossing to the outside of that left leg, anywhere along the leg you like. our three-legged dog. Releasing that right hand. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Go ahead and bend the elbows. Lower the forearms to the mat. And let's roll the wrists. Move the wrists however it feels good to you. It was a lot of work. And just release them. Relax them down. Now walk those fingertips towards the top of your mat. We're going to inhale our way up to tabletop and reach forward just a little bit further. If you need to scoot back on your mat, absolutely fine. We're going to lift those sit bones and we're going to press the chest and the armpits down towards the mat. Puppy pose. Chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. Just stretching through those shoulders, through the chest. Core strong. Slowly we walk those hands back up to tabletop. Let's take that right leg and extend it straight out to the side. Sole of the foot to the earth. Giant step forward with each hand and press those hips back. So now we're not necessarily reaching those sit bones to the sky, we're reaching them back. Just a nice long stretch through the inner thigh. Inhale, lift, walk those hands back underneath those shoulders, and we take that left hand, sweeping it through, reaching out towards that right foot. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky, reach it up, high as you can reach. And then ever so slowly begin to turn your tummy and chest towards the sky as that right arm opens out to the side. Close your eyes and let gravity do its magic. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky. Gently release it down. Press yourself back up and pull that right knee in. Left leg straight out to the side. Giant step forward with each hand and then press yourself back. Breathe. Feel that length from fingertips to sit bones and through that inner thigh on that left leg. Slow, deep breaths. Inhale, we rise, pulling those hands back underneath those shoulders. And we take that right hand, sweeping it through, reaching out towards those left toes. Rotate the body and extend the left arm to the sky. Reach it up. Lengthen out of the shoulder and then slowly let that arm open out to the side. Again, we're letting gravity do the magic. We're just letting go. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky. Slowly release your hand down, pressing it back up and pulling that left knee in. Let's sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Sit bones back towards your heels and just melt. And let's walk those hands up. Come over onto a hip. Sweep your feet around. And we're going to sweep the feet off to the right, creating like a letter Z, if you will, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the crown of the head. Let's bring those hands forward and just walk it out. Coming right out over that left shin, stacking your hands and just letting your head come to rest. Checking in with those hips, the lower back, the knees, the ankles. We lift just slightly and walk those hands out over that left knee. I want you to reach with that right arm as far as you can reach and just release the weight of the upper body down. You can stack that right fist for the forehead to rest against. I just want you to be able to relax. Feeling that great stretch down that right leg or that right arm, through the shoulder. And slowly press yourself back up and let's switch sides. Feet off to the left, making that letter Z, if you will, and we're going to take those hands, tummy and chest, right out over that right shin. Stacking your hands, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands out over that right knee. Reach with that left hand as far as you can and relax the weight of the upper body down. Again, you can make a fist with that left hand for the forehead to rest against. Just want you to walk those left fingertips out as far as you can. And we gently press ourselves back up. And let's sweep it forward to the top of the mat. Scooting your bottom up towards the top of the mat. Let's bring the hands behind the thighs. Lift the feet, lift the chest, crown of the head nice and long towards the sky. Releasing the hands if you don't need that support behind those thighs. Bringing the knees to touch, and we flex those feet. Draw your belly button in and back. Lift that chest. Find your breath. We're going to tap the heels and lift the heels. Tap the heels and lift. Tap and lift. Can you keep your knees touching? Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Hold. Now we can stay with this, or you can extend your legs and point your toes. And we're going to tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. So the longer levers definitely makes it more challenging. 2 more. Lower and lift. Tap and lift. Bend those knees. Soles of the feet come together and just round it over. Our butterfly. A gentle butterfly. So it doesn't have to be crazy. You can keep those feet out and away, or you can pull them in just as tightly as feels good to you. Remember, this is all for you, to create the best version of you inside and out. Let's slowly start at the tailbone and roll ourselves up. Extending the legs out long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and relax the weight of your head. Find your breath. Slow it down. Lengthen the crown of the head towards those toes. See if you can flatten out your back at all. That'll intensify things. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Lower those arms to shoulder height and slowly roll it back. Releasing your hands. Let's pull one foot in towards your bottom and then the other. Feet are hip width apart. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And let's begin to press through those heels. Lifting your hips towards the sky. Peel your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time. Squeeze those buns. Lift those hips. Find your breath. Slowly begin to lift those fingertips towards the sky, bending at the elbows, bending at the wrists, placing the hands right on either side of your head, elbows pointing towards the sky. Squeeze those buns. You can stay right here or press all the way up to wheel pose. Let's walk those feet out. Oh, and press through those feet. Press through the palms. Work to lengthen those legs just a little bit. Once again, walking those feet back in, slowly lowering, tucking your chin towards your chest, extending those arms to the sky, hips remain high, and slowly lower your hands. One vertebra at a time, coming back down, hollowing through the chest, hollowing through the tummy, scooping through the pelvis, till your bottom is the very last to touch. Nice job. Extend left leg out. Right knee comes in. Right arm extends out to a T. Left hand to the outside of the right knee and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Turn and take your gaze out over that right arm. Find your breath. Wheel pose can be pretty challenging, you guys. Strengthen the shoulders, flexibility in the wrists, flexibility in the spine. Strengthen those legs. Faith in your noggin. So just take it at your pace. Whatever's right for you. Slowly releasing, rolling back to center, extending right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Turning and taking your gaze out over that left arm. Oh, my friends, just a couple more days in paradise for me. But I definitely wanted to share as much of it with you as I could. Such a beautiful place. Back home in a couple days, not a bad place to be either. Always good to get away, but always so good to get home too. Releasing that right hand, rolling back to center, extending left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. We bring our arms down by our sides, opening the palms to the sky, or resting your hands on your tummy. If you're more comfortable with those knees bent, you can just bend those knees, walk your feet out a little bit, and bring the knees to gently touch. Perhaps you prefer being on your side, your tummy, or even up into a seated position. Find a place that feels good to you, where your body can relax, where your breath is just present right here. Slow your breath. Aware, present, but away and deep inside. We take a moment setting an intention for our day. Allowing that intention to flow with us today, to guide us today. Now I want you to think of an individual, a person in your life that brings you happiness. Hopefully you have several to choose from, but I just want you to pick one. And I want you to see their face with a big smile on it. A lightness in your heart, a lightness in your mind. Joy throughout your being. Gratitude of having this wonderful person in your life. Now be present within your breath. And as you go on throughout your day, if life becomes a little chaotic, go back to that intention. If life becomes a little bit heavy, I want you to go back to that individual. My wish for you, my friend, is an amazing day, productive, fun, full of love, full of adventure, full of whatever you wish it to be. With those eyes closed, gently pull the hands to heart center. A gentle tuck of your chin. A moment of quiet gratitude, thanking the mind and the body for taking us on this journey today. for challenging ourselves, but always being respectful of where we are within our practice. Today is a new day. Let's make it an amazing day. Gently lift your gaze, open those beautiful eyes, and I want to say thank you as we bring our practice to a close. Take care of yourselves, and as always, light and love from me to you. Enjoy your day, and namaste.